Okay, let's talk about Series 5, Episode 4, which is a tricksy little episode called Misdirection. And let me tell you, as soon as that title was announced, I knew we were in for a real good treat. The number 9 lads have pretty much perfected the art of misdirection in storytelling, and that's something we've all been waiting to see again, and that a lot of the fans have been missing so far in this series. If that was the case for you, then you'll probably consider this episode a return to form. And as much as I've personally enjoyed Series 5, I have to say, this is the one that feels like a classic number 9. So, as you probably already know, this episode is themed around magic. The subject has been played mostly for laughs until now. Think Dean Tavalouris from the League of Gentlemen, or Mr. Jelly and his unlucky white rabbits. Misdirection, however, really takes a deep dive into that world, which is fascinating whether or not you enjoy magic shows. We get a look at the mechanics of certain tricks, how the magician's code can clash with things like copywriting, and how modern approaches to image and marketing can provoke some strong opinions. Houdini didn't have Twitter might just be one of my favourite quotes of the series. There's also something really captivating about watching people in their element sharing something they love with an audience. Rhys Shearsmith is of course a huge magic fan, and that passion and knowledge really shines through. And he might have helped himself to a few of the props, which is just great. Misdirection was dark, creepy and mysterious right from the opening. I got some serious Exorcist vibes from the music at the beginning, which is no bad thing. In fact, I really should give a shout out to the series composer Christian Henson, who's done some amazing work on number 9 and has a really interesting YouTube channel. I'll leave a link below for anyone who's interested. We also got one of the easiest silver hair sightings I can recall. For those who don't know, the hair statue is an Easter egg that's hidden in the background of every single episode. This time it kind of reminded me of the series 4 episode's Tempting Fate, in which case I think it was pretty obvious what Rhys's character was wishing for. You might even consider Misdirection as a counterpart to the series 3 episode The Riddle of the Sphinx, which indulged in Steve Pemberton's love of cryptic crosswords. If you were as impressed and horrified by The Riddle of the Sphinx as I was, then you're probably going to feel the same way about Misdirection. In fact, the more I think about it, the two have some very similar themes, along with some fantastically gruesome moments that happen right when you least expect them. If I ever make a video in the future comparing the two episodes, then don't be surprised. Now, I'm trying to keep this review as spoiler-free as possible, but I will be referring to a few details from here on, hopefully without revealing too much of the plot. First, where can I buy that tarot deck? The artwork is amazing, and I want to see the rest of it. I'd also really love to get my hands on one based on Persona 5. What can I say? I like tarot cards. And just a quick note on that reading, did anyone else think it could refer to a different person's fate, and not just Gabriel's? Or maybe I'm reading too much into it. As for the whole Mount Weasel reference, I had to look that up after watching just to see if it was a real thing. And yes, apparently it is. For anyone who's ever been plagiarised, and no, it is not a form of flattery, then the Mount Weasel story is just genius. In fact, it might be my new favourite piece of trivia. As for the Columbo story, you might be interested to know that the first name given to the fictional detective in the Trivial Pursuit case was Philip. Just keep that in mind when you're watching this again, there's a tiny nod towards the end. And yes, as the title suggested, I was looking everywhere for clues about where the episode was going, only to find myself completely fooled. I thought I had it, as I did the first time I watched the episode Tom and Jerry, but once again they managed to deceive me. So what did everyone else think of Misdirection? What was going on with Steve's accent? And how did they do the cheer thing? I guess we'll never know. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more number 9 videos, and I'll be back next week to talk about the 5th episode, Thinking Out Loud. Till then, bye bye.